Hello and welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy. This week we are going to work with the Greetings of the Season set, and today I'm pairing it with the Layering Leaves. And we're going to do a card similar to this, but we're going to do it just in the greens, which is the Lemon Lime Twist and the Granny Apple Green. But this is what it looks like. I've started with a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white, and then I've matted it in the dark. And then chosen the lighter color. In this case, it is Pretty in Pink with Berry Burst, so that we've got the lighter card inside for writing on, so we don't have to add another piece of paper. So let's get started on this card. Again, this is a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white, and then we've got a Granny Apple Green and 5 1/4 by 4, and a standard North American card base. So I'm just going to pop these out of the way, and let's get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp the darker color first. And I find it easier to line up the lighter color if I stamp the darker one first. So I'm just going to come all the way around the edge here. And then the other edge as well. You can do the sides if you want. I liked just the edges on this one. And then we're going to come in, and I'm just kind of fitting them in together like this. And you can add ribbon, you can add bling. I'm leaving these ones super simple, super clean and fresh. Even the text from the Greetings of the Season, I'm using the really simple text, just so that it's all crisp and clean. So I'm just going to lay this over top, and the reason I stamp the darker color first is so I find it easier to line up the lighter color. Stamping the darker over the light, I struggle sometimes to actually line things up. So I always try and do the darker color first, and you can see it right through the stamp because it's the photopolymer. So you're almost perfect every single time. And if you're a little bit off, it's okay. These are handmade cards. They're not printed by a machine or a computer. So a little bit of artistic variance is just fine. So let's just line these up. There we go. And then we'll stamp the greeting in the middle, and we will build our card. Again, super simple, super easy. If you needed to make a lot of Christmas cards, you absolutely can. I don't get a lot of stamp sets specifically for Christmas. I might get some Christmas tree ones or something, but this year I don't have any of those. I really just want to focus on stamp sets that aren't going to be discontinued right away or go on the last chance list right away. I'd really like to be able to use stamp sets that are going to be around for a while, and I find sometimes the ones in the fall and winter catalog, the short one, just they get discontinued, and then they're on my retired shelf. But I Versamarked this before I stamped it or inked it up so that I can, it won't absorb the color quite so much. I actually used this with the Berry Burst, and it didn't transfer the ink at all. So there we go. So we've got the Merry Christmas in there. I'm just going to put the lids back on my stamp sets. Then we're going to build this card. And then in the comments, you can tell me which one you prefer. And again, as always, you can die cut the center out of this because it's going to be covered up. If you want to save that paper, you absolutely can. I tend to do it with my basic white if I'm doing something like this. I don't usually do it with my colors because I find I get a drawer full of pieces and I don't actually use them. So making sure I've got the card opening the correct way. As always, lining up this corners equal sides, bottom and top, and then we just lay that down, and that is our Christmas card. So we've got green, pink, and then the mix. So let me know if you're team green, team pink, or team mixed. I actually really quite like this one. I think it's a lot of fun. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.